Hello, hello, lovelies. My name is Stephanie Classy. I'm a licensed clinical esthetician and the head of education here at GoPure. And we are so excited today. We have such a special show for you all because you don't just get one esthetician today, you get both of the GoPure estheticians for an amazing Esti Bestie skin chat. Here at GoPure, we are committed to making clean, clinically proven skincare so you can feel amazing at every age and at every stage of life. So, everyone, please welcome Kaylie to the show. We're just going to get right into it. Hey, Kaylie.
Hi. I'm so excited to be here.
So, I would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Some of your favorite experiences, highlights, maybe how you ended up here at GoPure with us. So share a little more about yourself.
Yeah. So I feel like I have a lot of favorites throughout my time in the skincare world. I would say a couple of highlights. I actually was an education manager at Sephora, and I learned a lot there. It's kind of how I got into the industry itself, and it also really ties into what I do now. Getting my esthetician license was definitely a highlight, working at a spa, and then obviously my time here at GoPure. I think really all of my experience over the years really ties well into this role. And I just love the people and the products and the work that we do. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm always on the lives, but I'm usually behind the scenes. Yes. So I'm excited to be on camera with you today.
What's your favorite type of content to make, Kaylie? What's your favorite type of education we do?
So much. I like blogs because it can be a little bit more creative, but obviously making like TikToks and reels and videos is always fun and always nice to kind of keep up with the trends, but still educate you guys in a fun way and entertaining way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the videos just because I'm a live girl. I have been doing live skincare education for a long time. I love it. I love to get to connect with everyone on here and seeing your names, chatting with everyone in the chat. But I love making the short videos too, so you all can get little nuggets of information in like 60 seconds or less. And I really love, Kaylie works really hard on our YouTube in particular and on our Instagram and getting that up there. So make sure you're checking those out because you can get lots of really great bits of information there. For sure.
Yeah.
So we just wrapped up National Women's Health Week, and we were putting out a lot of information around skincare and skin health. So we wanted to continue the conversation here on this live where you get both of us together talking about how skincare is a part of our overall health and wellness routine. And summer's approaching. I'm actually quite warm in my office right now.
Yeah.
I'm very, very toasty right now. Yep. And I think it's fun. We can get back to skincare basics and just have a chat about just helping you all understand how skincare is a part of your healthcare routine because there's a lot of problematic misconceptions that skincare is vain. Have you heard that, Kaylie? It's vain.
All the time.
It's indulgent.
Yeah.
Who needs it? It's a waste of time. It's to this, it's to that. But it's a part of our hygiene routine and our wellness routine. And we both say it all the time. It's an organ. Our skin is an organ. Our skin is our largest organ. And it's cool. It's really cool to learn about. It's very dynamic. It has jobs on the outside of our body, on the inside of our body, and within all of those many layers, it has a lot of really cool functions. And so building a routine that supports those natural processes, and those processes change as we age.
Yeah.
And so skincare really is healthcare. You are caring for your largest organ when you're taking care of your skin.
Yes.
So what does that mean to you? When I say skincare is healthcare, like what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, like you mentioned, it's our largest organ, so we should definitely treat it as such. I always like to say you wouldn't necessarily neglect your other internal organs, So taking care of your skin, having a good skincare routine is not vain or girly or unnecessary. It is really something we should all be taking pride in, regardless of our age, our gender, our race, any like particular skin conditions we have. It's important regardless.
Yeah, it's really important.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing Cynthia saying skin health is wealth. I think I saw Cindy say it's a lifestyle. And I've seen comments with people saying, I wish I would have started sooner. And one theme that we want to carry throughout this is it's never too early or too late to change that mindset and to invest in that process, even a very simple process, regardless of age, like you said. and gender and skin conditions, because there are some fundamental basics, and then we tailor it to your unique skin needs, lifestyle, what you want to do and what you're willing to do. I want to talk about some of the things our skin does. Let's talk about what our skin does, because I think understanding that really puts it more into perspective about how skincare is healthcare and why we need to prioritize it. The appearance of our skin is a reflection of our overall wellness.
Yeah.
Who here in the chat, have you been sick and something started going on with your skin? Or you maybe noticed something going on with your skin and you were like, whoa, maybe I need to pay attention to this. And hello, hormones. Hormones have a huge impact on our skin, and we go through these hormonal changes over time, and it shows and impacts our skin really, really significantly. And I don't know about you, but that's when I've had people and clients really want to take their routine seriously, when they've started to see, in particular, those hormonal changes that happen at specific intervals. Yeah. What would you like to say about skin as a reflection of our overall wellness and like skin function generally?
Yeah, no, I mean, our skin is, like you said, crucial to our overall health. It really does protect us from infection. It helps regulate our body temperature. Its health can also impact like our confidence and how we're showing up in the world, and our mental health, how we feel about ourselves. And it really can also show signs of maybe more internal issues that are going on. We wear so much on our skin. So just making sure that you're having a good skincare routine, taking the proper steps to have a strong skin barrier is super important, and not, vain or unnecessary, like we said earlier.
There's two sides of skincare, where there's protect and prevent and repair and restore.
Yeah.
And I don't ever want people to only focus on the repair and restore component, because a lot of these cool products and ingredients do both of those things. So at any stage with anything we're doing, we're trying to prevent future damage and the impact of future damage, because we know really 90% of the aging we see is from external factors. So we want to prevent and protect, so our skin can repair and restore. Because if we're not actually protecting our skin, we can't see improvements. And I'm seeing vitamin C, and I want to bring up vitamin C because the question was about vitamin C, and specifically the vitamin C booster.
Yes.
And we have 2 new vitamin C products that I'm literally obsessed with. But I love vitamin C because it actually does both of those things. It's so crucial for prevention and protection and repairing and restoring. And so this is why I love the booster for day vitamin. And I'm saying SPF. Yes. So vitamin C and SPF. Kaylie and I both feel very similarly.
Yes.
Vitamin C and SPF during the day. And then using whatever you want to at night to repair and restore, whether it's vitamin C or your retinol or those things. So I always want people to keep both of those in mind, that your products are doing both. They're helping to prevent that visible future damage and helping to repair and restore. And that's really important.
Yeah, I agree.
What are your thoughts on that?
No, I agree. And like you said, prevention is easier. You may have heard us say this before, but it is the truth. It is a lot easier to take care of your skin and how it is now than trying to repair and correct later on. And that's not to say that you can't. You absolutely can correct and repair. But and you can start skincare at any age too. We always want to make sure you guys know that it's never too late or too early to start, but it is so much about protecting and preventing. And I think as a society, we've really been able to shift that conversation from having perfect skin to just empowering people to feel, confident in their skin and healthy in their skin. And like I said earlier, the perfect skin is not the goal. So just work with your skin, not against it.
Yes. Working with your skin and supporting those processes. And that's what things like vitamin C will do and retinol will do. And they really help support those processes. Niacinamide does that. I want to talk about seasonal skincare, and dark spots are a big part of the conversation when we're talking about summer skincare. It's already getting so warm, and we talk a lot about sun and sand and allergens and sweat and all of these things, but heat is another thing that actually can really impact our skin in the summer and our dark spots. And I always say you can't go wrong with a simple routine. And like we just talked about, vitamin C and SPF, it is just the daytime thing. And when you have dark spots and hyperpigmentation, you really can't improve the appearance of dark spots if you are not protecting future damage. And because vitamin C does both, that's why I love the vitamin C booster. I'm actually currently mixing that in with my Brighten and Even serum because they're different forms of vitamin C. This is what I'm doing during the summer. I had been mixing it into the Dramatically Dewy in the colder months. I literally just a week and a half ago made this switch, and I really, really like this. They pair really well together. And then at night, because I don't think we talk a lot about the night routines. I love the dry oil at night because this isn't just that oil loving vitamin C. It has other ingredients like licorice root and rice bran that additionally improve the look of dark spots. Kaylie, I want to know what's one of your tips for summer skincare?
Yeah, I would say my number one tip is always going to be wear sunscreen, wear SPF, especially in the summer months. It's always important, but like especially in the sun when we're outside, maybe traveling more, doing more outdoor activities. Also, like you mentioned, inclusion of antioxidants like vitamin C, again, super important if you're not already doing this. Antioxidants fight free radical damage that we get from the sun and other environmental factors. So adding these in for summer is just key. Like you mentioned, I love our vitamin C booster. It's one of my favorites, and it just fits so seamlessly into your routine. It's a great way to get an antioxidant boost without adding a ton of extra steps.
Yeah. Yesterday when Kaylie and I were going through what we were going to talk about, we were kind of laughing. I was saying how the booster is like seasoning for your skincare. You just like
it does feel like that.
in a little antioxidant vitamin C seasoning into your skincare. And it does work with pretty much anything you're going to use in your daytime routine. I mean, you don't need to pair it with another ascorbic acid product. So any other tips you want to share about summer?
Yeah, I think just, making sure your skin is still moisturized, keep hydrated, drink plenty of water. I think between being outside more often, more humidity, more sweat, more traveling, we are potentially producing more oils. And so our pores are more prone to being clogged. And I think if that is the case for you, maybe consider switching to a lighter moisturizer or serum, such as the niacinamide, which again, I know we both love. Like I said, we love everything, but might be something to take into consideration. And then I think again, with like sweat and heat and humidity, gently exfoliating your skin, cleansing and toning as per usual. If you're not already, some days may require a double cleanse. That's totally fine. Because we might just have a little extra sweat and dirt and grime in our skin, and that's okay.
Yeah. As of yesterday, I noticed my skin felt more oily. Like the heat kicks up.
Yeah.
And I have combination skin. So in the winter, it likes to feel much more dry and dehydrated. And in the winter, my pores get bigger. They're much more prone to congestion. My forehead starts getting very shiny. And the niacinamide I'm so obsessed with it. I use it.
Me too.
Every night year round, at least. And then in the summer, I really love integrating it in during the day, especially on the areas where I get larger pores, more oil and shine. And like you said, like the cleansing, the double cleansing, when you deal with more sweat, more oil, larger pores, I love a double cleanse, and I love the makeup remover wipes.
Yes.
They're such a great refresh, and removing makeup is really important before you cleanse. So really make sure you are getting your skin nice and clean. So those are some of my favorites. And what's really cool about the niacinamide, and if you do struggle with dark spots and hyperpigmentation, large pores, pore congestion, breakouts, redness, all those things can get worse in the summer. Niacinamide can actually improve the appearance of all of those things. And it's a great support to a routine when you are trying to improve dark spots and hyperpigmentation. This formula actually has additional ingredients, not just niacinamide, that additionally help refine the look of the skin, improve the look of pores, oiliness, and dark spots. So, and it's a great hydrating, lightweight formulation. And it's, because summer and my skin, it just feels more sensitive. The stuff irritates my skin much more easily. It's very annoying. I just can't. I cannot talk about it. I really can't. So let's talk about consistency. So now we're going to talk about consistency and routines a bit. When someone wants to take their routine more seriously, I think it's important to have the consistency conversation first, because the best routine is the one that you will do. That's when someone says, what's the best routine for me at my age? Well, what is it that you will do? Because some people, it's the basics of cleansing, moisturizing, SPF. Other people, maybe it's you cleanse and tone, you use a serum or two and some moisturization products. And then there's some people that really want to lean into the full experience. That is a skincare routine, because skincare is fun and it feels nice and the products are yummy and our skin loves it. So consistency is really important. And I just, from my personal experience, when I started taking my skincare routine seriously, I literally became my own esthetician. And I'm a mom, and I had to have a mindset shift that skincare is healthcare and that I deserve this time. And I was allowed to take care of myself and my skin as much as I take care of everybody else, you know? And it is truly a mindset shift that for me, that this is a part of my health and wellness routine. I'm allowed to take this time. It's important. And for me, it's like a reset, beginning of the day, end of the day, where I take a little bit of time and I'm allowed to take that time. And it's made a huge difference because I turned 42 in a few months. And literally, I have not missed my night routine in about 6 years. And it's not always a fancy thing. I actually, I shift what products I use, but it's not these really long routines. But I'm very, very like, I have told some of my clients that you need to be ruthlessly consistent with your night routine to see some of these results. And then they do that and they're like, you were right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so I would love to hear your thoughts on that, Kaylie, and like consistency.
Yeah, we say all the time, consistency is key. It is really, unfortunately, hard to get the results you're looking for without consistency. I'd say some non-negotiables that everyone should have in their routine would be a cleanser, a moisturizer, and SPF. So if you can keep up with those three, you're doing a great job. I love our cleanser and toner, as does everyone else, because they work great for all skin types. I also really like our anti-wrinkle moisturizer. As you know, it's one of my favorites. But what's so nice about this is that it's one step in your routine, but it has peptides and niacinamide and Solumoist. So you really can have a simple routine without having a ton of steps. And that's just, how our formulations work. They're really smartly formulated with active ingredients. So you can get a lot in just one product. And I also think time is important to talk about when talking about consistency. We're so hard on ourselves. We should not be so hard on ourselves. We're our own worst critic. But we all want to see results within a week or two, but that's just not realistic. And I think you didn't get the sun damage or whatever it is you're trying to correct in a week. So unfortunately, it won't go away in a week. But like you said, being consistent for a long period of time and you'll get there eventually.
Yeah. And I've seen some questions pop up about, okay, how long to see results?
Yeah.
But as we age, our skin does a less good job of doing its job.
Yeah, that's true.
We make less collagen. Is even starting in our 20s. We start losing collagen. Yeah. And by the time we're 30, we make 40% less ceramides. And by the time you're 40, it's 60% less ceramides. And ceramides make up half of, our moisture barrier and a huge part of the upper part of our skin. It's what keeps our skin soft and supple. Cool. And our cells turn over more slowly. So we wouldn't expect to say we fell down and scraped our knee. We wouldn't expect to put some topicals on it and have it be healed in the morning. Yeah. So I want everyone to think about when we are trying to make improvements in our skin, equate it to healing the skin. And when we support these natural processes, retinol supports a better function in cell turnover. Absolutely. And these can support collagen production, but every person has had a different amount of damage to their skin. We've all lived different lives, you know. Different we've had a different amount of sun exposure. And what I love is one of the reasons we encourage you all to take before and afters is it's a slow, steady process. And when you look back on some pictures, we've seen it so many times in the group where someone's
Yep.
like, I have this picture from a year ago and I can't believe the changes in my skin. The older we get, and as our cells turn over more slowly, it just does take more time, but it's worth it. And that's why consistency is so important, because you do start to see progress. There are some things like hyaluronic acid and barrier supportive.
Yes.
You can really start seeing much more quickly, but those deep, meaningful results, when we're trying to minimize dark spots, especially, those take the longest.
Very stubborn.
But to get optimum results from retinol, no one talks about this. It's actually 6 months to get the peak optimal results, to really start seeing those results from retinol and retinoids. That's why we say take before and afters. And I've had this happen with so many clients where like 6 months, a year down the road, they found an older picture and they were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Those, like, plumping effects, the things like hyaluronic acid, exfoliation, just moisturizing the skin. You can get great results very, very quickly. And that's why I love the anti-wrinkle moisturizer, because of what's in there, because just nourishing the skin with that, you can really start seeing some great benefits very quickly. So how can someone build a routine that is right for them? So, I mean, I love that we have the skin quiz on the GoPure website. It makes it very easy, because
me too.
As an esthetician, we're going to ask you a lot of questions. You can tell me your age. That's not telling me enough. I want to know your skin type. I want to know some things about your lifestyle. And I want to know the one concern that you want to improve first. What's the one thing that you want to improve first, right? And I've done this with literally thousands of people. But it's about keeping it simple. Start with your skin type and one main concern and what you're willing to do. But everything falls into cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize, and protect generally. Those 5 categories.
No, and it should be that simple. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed by any means. I would say for me, I definitely love directing and guiding people, to the right routine. But I also really believe in empowering you to, choose the routine that works best for you. So feel free to play around with different products, maybe different layering options, different techniques, really get to know your skin. Some days you might need more hydration. Some seasons you might need more exfoliation. The better you get to know your skin and how it reacts to different products, the more you'll be able to adjust, on the spot and get the results you're looking for. And I think, like you mentioned, like, it is important to know your skin type and your concerns, but also your lifestyle. Some people do want a 10-step skincare routine, and some people only want 3, and both of those are okay. Skincare is not necessarily like a one size fit all, but it can be very similar throughout. But not everyone will have the same routine, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, it is about getting to know your skin, paying attention to your skin. Like, I've talked about it being like mindful in your skin, being present. Like, pay attention to how your skin feels just sitting here. How does your skin feel? How does it look? But do it in a way that's non-critical. I think it's very important to really appreciate like what your skin is doing for you day in and day out, and really love and appreciate your skin as it is. And understand that you're using products that are supporting your skin. And we haven't mentioned this, which I'm shocked. Shame on us. But you're also using products from GoPure that are free of parabens. They're free of these harsh ingredients. We do additional testing to make sure these are not irritating. We do testing we don't need to do on these products to make sure they're easy to tolerate, that they layer easily. And so that's really important, because some days I'm the very simple routine, and some days I want to do all the things. You know, you have to pick one thing. I am both of those girls. And it is about paying attention, making simple adjustments, and really doing what you need to do for your skin. And that's really the key. Skincare is subjective. Kaylie and I are here to give you a starting place.
We can't be there every night when you do your routine, unfortunately.
And we make a recommendation, let's say, layer this before this. That's a starting place, right? But we've seen so many of you say, I switched the order and I liked it better. You know, with our dry oil, this can be used over or under your moisturizer. It can be used as a spot treatment. There's a lot of versatility. And so I never want anyone to think that they're missing out on results if they layered it one way for a certain amount of time, because these are smart products and they will work. It's more about, you know, even climate. It's very dry here in Denver. It's really, really dry.
It's really dry.
Days when it rains, I mean, my skin behaves differently.
Yeah.
And so all of these factors will impact like the adjustments that you then make when you start, playing with your routine and adding something in. And, I love telling people to start with vitamin C as their first serum and then layer hyaluronic acid. But we know that some of you have switched it up and they said, it felt better. I liked this better. And that's amazing. And that's what we want you all to do is, lean into the quiz, use the group, ask us questions, ask customer service, and then play and have fun. And
it should be fun.
Skincare is fun.
Yeah.
Some of our favorite tips.
Okay.
Sounds good. So and we're going to go back and forth. So my first one, like I was just saying, is just put your skincare on your face. I mean, I've been doing live education for a long time, and that's a line I've used for a long time. Just put it on. Just use it. Skincare is use it or lose it. Just start somewhere, use your products, and perfect and refine as you go. Don't get stressed. Just have fun.
Yes, I agree with that one. I would say probably one of my number one tips would be the double cleanse. I know that has made a really big difference for me and some of my clients over the years, especially on days when you've been outside a lot, maybe sweating a little bit more than usual, maybe wearing makeup, a little bit more makeup than usual. Even just using the micellar wipes, which we've talked about earlier, before you cleanse can make a really big difference.
Yeah, I'm a huge double cleanse.
Yeah,
huge.
I know.
My next tip is I'm actually going to switch it up, and I'm going to throw out my retinol sandwich because I have seen the retinol sandwich really help people be able to tolerate retinol. So retinol, you need to start slowly. It took me a very, very long time to be able to tolerate retinol. I tried a lot of different techniques. And so starting with a cream or sandwiching basically your retinol serum in between or just straight up on top of your moisturizer, just even if you wanted to put it on last, buffer it or sandwich it in between, really helps you start to tolerate it more easily if you're sensitive. So start slowly with retinol and try the sandwich because retinol does make a big difference if you play around with it if you're more sensitive.
Yeah, definitely try the sandwich. That is how I was able to start using retinol. So I would say another one for me would be icing your face. Sounds like maybe a little bit weird, simple, but it is really great for reducing inflammation and puffiness, maybe any irritation in your skin, like a stubborn breakout. And it feels really nice too. So you can use like actual ice, maybe an ice roller. Our eye cream spatula that we talked about earlier is the perfect example for this because it feels so nice and it is great for depuffing, especially in the morning.
So I had this idea when you were talking about this yesterday where I was like, what if I froze little ice cubes of the toner and then started icing my face with frozen ice cubes of the toner?
That's a good idea.
Happens when estheticians get together and start sharing. What if I did this thing? I mean, who knows?
No,
I luckily just have freezing cold hands all the time. And I use my hands as a tool. So one of my tips is I wake up puffy, and the older I get, I just wake up feeling like I'm a little extra puffy. And I love integrating facial massage into my morning routine. It's not long, it's actually very quick, and I just did a couple videos and I've done longer lives on facial massage, but I just love using my hands as a tool, using this part of my hand, doing lymphatic drainage. It really makes a big difference. And I use anti-wrinkle moisturizer, the neck cream, and the oils. Like I've actually been playing with this with a little rose hip when I want to do more like indulgent massage at night, but I love that for depuffing. Just even if I can get like a minute in, it makes
it doesn't have to be long.
Yeah,
I agree.
All right, what's next?
Okay, let's see. I would say another one, I probably sound like a broken record, but to always wear SPF. It makes such a big difference. It is so preventative, like we were talking about earlier in the live. A lot of the damage, like so much of the damage that happens to our skin is coming from the sun. So please wear your SPF, but also add in additional sun protection where you can, like being in the shade more, sunglasses, hats, gloves, whatever you can do to protect yourself, I think is key.
Yeah, I'm a hat girly.
I love hats.
I love a hat. I'm such a hat girly. So one of my final ones is a barrier first approach to skincare. Our skin barrier is essentially the oils that we produce naturally that keep moisture, water in our skin. Because that's one of the main things our skin wants to do is lock water in.
Yeah.
But it also keeps all of this bad stuff, the environmental allergens, stressors, all of this stuff out. It has antioxidant components. But when our barrier is compromised, our skin gets red, it gets dehydrated. That makes our lines and wrinkles look worse. It can make us break out. Like it literally creates a negative synergy, snowball effect in our skin. And even just having a good moisturizer, like our anti-wrinkle moisturizer has a peptide ceramide blend. Peptides and ceramides are hugely barrier supportive. Niacinamide, hugely barrier supportive.
Absolutely.
The squalane in this is amazingly barrier supportive. And so I'm all about barrier first products and gentle cleansing. This has no SLS. Like it's not going to be harsh and stripping on the skin. Protect your skin barrier before everything else. Because I came up in an era, like being a teenager in the 90s was a whole thing. And we were like, you just want to basically remove everything from your face and then try and put it back. I mean, like really, like, and so that just does so much damage. So gentle and nourish and support your skin and just love that skin barrier. Just love it. Love it. And that's why I love oils, all the things.
Yeah, me too. I think people are always very surprised when they do switch from like over exfoliating to a barrier support approach first. It, like you said, it makes such a big difference.
Yeah. And I thought this was a really fun skincare chat. And I'm just always so thankful for you all for showing up and, you know, sharing your time with us. And we will see you next time.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.